Margarita, it was a joy looking through your work here. Your infographics really kick butt. This whole entire page looks wonderful, and I think it looks professional. So I only had a couple comments, and they're so minor. This wouldn't be apostrophe since it's just a bunch of things, and it's not a possessive. I had to pause for a second there. So this isn't possessive, it's just plural. So you take off that apostrophe there. And then at 45%, this looked bold. Like you never want to make, you only want to use bold for like labels and subheads sort of things. But I went in closer and saw it's just a font. So consider, even though you might like the look of this lightness, you the goal of these labels is basically to give the eye a break in between long paragraphs. So consider making those pretty dark or at least a heavier font, um, just for easier reading. And then, as a rule, you want to break large paragraphs up as much as possible, again, for easier reading. So those were my only comments. I love your information graphics. If you enjoyed doing those too, you should try to get a job at a newspaper. You would be doing one once a week and doing your own research at times too. Okay, so center justified type. Without even looking at that, I can tell you that's reserved for um, wedding invitations and gravestones. That's what I have been told again and again in the graphic design field. So it's like the reason for that is it's hard to read, and it's like putting something up on a lighted stage. It's like a presentation. So it's really not meant to be read um, in large chunks of type. It's just visually difficult because people read left to right. Your brain stops every time you get to a new line. So I don't recommend using it ever unless you're making an invitation for somebody. And also, in an ad, you want to keep the copy really short. So the other thing here I'm seeing is the leading is different on one of these lines. Is that an accident or is it small print? Yeah, it looks really shoved in there. Consider editing this copy down as much as possible or making it smaller and be consistent with the spacing between every line. Okay? That's nice that they have a shuttle to work. Yeah, this is probably, is this a real number? I bet it's more. I think that if you got a job at Apple as a programmer, you probably would be making, like 180 or more. Anyway, those are my thoughts. Let me know if you have any questions.